BetUS! Let's go! Quick pass to Garrett Wilson. Touchdown! What a throw! Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson. BetUS! Let's get it! Wow! Jet Life Stadium. Aaron Rodgers is home, baby. Jets Media, I love you all. Free call! It's gone! Ready to take flight with the Jets, baby. Let's go! Woo! We are back for NFL Free Agency Frenzy on Jets Media. Good afternoon, good morning to everybody tuning in right now. We got some NFL news to catch up on. Last night was a heck of a night for the New York Jets. Joe Douglas waited all day to make a move, and now we're finally here. Shout out to everybody tuning into the chat right now. Eric is pumped up. Austin likes a new intro. Jamie loves a new intro. I love you guys. Lawrence, appreciate you. Joe Mixon to the Texans. We'll be talking about that, of course. Absolutely. Kelly asks, wait, there are Jets Media mugs. Yeah, we got Jets Media mugs, Kelly. You want me to send you over a mug? I would love to. How about that? Here, let me pull it up. I never really plug my merch a lot. I don't know why. But if you're interested, I'll put it right now in the chat. There it is. If anybody's interested to get some Jets Media stuff, I should definitely update it a little bit. It's a little outdated. But hey, we got some Jets Media mugs. We got T-shirts. We got pint glasses. We got phone cases. We got beanies. We got hats. We got a yoga mat. We got sweatshirt, headband, T-shirt, all these different things. If you're interested, guys, I just clicked that. I just put the link in the chat. But for those interested, because I noticed some people are asking if I have merch. So I was like, yep, I got merch. But we got some news to talk about, baby. Mooney to the Falcons. Is that new? Is that just breaking? All right. Right when we go live, there's breaking news, baby. Right when we go live, there's breaking news. How about it? Darnell Mooney going to the Atlanta Falcons to link up with Kirk Cousins. 3-year, $39 million. Woo! All right. What's next, Jets? Are you next? Well, we saw what they did last night. If you guys are new to the party, the Jets made 3 moves last night. We signed Tyrod Taylor, John Simpson, and Javon Kinlaw. 3 moves, and we're just here, baby. We're just getting started. Now, I do expect that the Jets are going to be sleeping all day again, and then we're going to make some signings later tonight. That's just how Joe Douglas rolls. That's how it feels. Not going to lie, the night shift show last night was pretty fun. You guys were with me all throughout midnight, all the way up until like 1 a.m., which was crazy, which was wild. But this is a brand new show, which means we got to refresh that like button, baby. We got to refresh the like button, guys. Hit that like button for your boy right now. Let's get this up to 100 likes for your boy. Shout out to everybody tuning into the chat, baby. I love you guys. I enjoy Free Agency Frenzy. Let's go. Let's freaking go, baby. I'm excited. I think that this is the day where the Jets land their wide receiver. Whether that's via free agency or a trade, that's We shall see. But I really think that this is an opportunity for the Jets to go out there and get their wide receiver. Now, who will it be? Calvin Ridley still out there. So I think that this is something that we have to keep in mind of a possibility of the New York Jets getting their guy. I think that this is something that Jets fans need to open their minds about. Calvin Ridley, let me know right now. Would you guys be interested in Calvin Ridley? Yes or no? Let me know right now, folks. Calvin Ridley, would you be open to the New York Jets bringing him in? I would absolutely love to know. Yes, seems like majority of people say yes. Okay. Now, T. Higgins is still an option, of course. T. Higgins is still an option. Absolutely. So there's a lot of I think that there's a lot of different things that Jets fans need to open their mind about besides Calvin Ridley even. There's even guys out there like Tyler Boyd. Now, is that a splashy move? I don't think so. But I think Jets fans got to open their minds to it. Charles Gorman, the legend. Member for 15 months. Are you kidding me? Are you a legend or what? We got Charles Gorman saying, what is good, Richie? Let's go Jets, baby. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you for the generous talks, Charles. Cortland Sutton, definitely another guy to keep in mind for the New York Jets to bring in 110%. 110%. I like that as well. Is there a name out there that people are like, no one's bringing up that you guys want to see? Is there names out there that you feel like nobody's bringing up that you want the Jets to bring in? Definitely let me know. Right now. Is there a name that I'm not talking about, some other people are talking about that you would like to see the Jets do? Let me know right now. In the chat, baby. I love it. All right, all right. Justin Simmons is a name I like a lot for the Jets. T. Higgins, any chance the Jets get T. Higgins? Yeah, there's a chance, but it's definitely going to be hard to ask, right? Hollywood Brown, okay. Boyd and Sutton or Higgins, okay. Excuse me. All right, well, I have a feeling that Calvin Ridley's going to get signed today. To the Jets or not, I'm not sure. You guys want McCole back? No, thank you. Eric Armstead. There is one thing that I do know that I can tell you guys that has something to do with the Jets. Well, I do have some source news I can let you guys know about. Excuse me. Are you guys ready? It's not anything splashy or anything crazy, but it is something that I know. And I will say the source that I have now is very reliable. I have grown to, at first, this source I was a little questionable about him. Like, how does this guy know these things? But now he actually, everything he's telling me is coming true. So I am trusting this source. Basically, the Jets are trying to bring back Solomon Thomas, and Solomon Thomas has other suitors. There are two other teams that are aggressive for Solomon Thomas, and Solly wants to be a Jet, but he's giving the Jets an opportunity to match the offer. So that is what I've heard, that the Jets are still in on re-signing Solomon Thomas, but there are two other suitors, but he will see if the Jets match the offer. So that's the latest news on Solomon Thomas. I think that Solomon Thomas is a very underrated Jet, and I would absolutely love to bring him back. Bringing him in with Javon Kinlaw. Bruh. Javon Kinlaw, let's do it. I'm all for that. Javon Kinlaw, let's bring back Solly Thomas. Quentin Jefferson, Al Woods are still free agents. You can sign me up for that. So that's what I'm hearing about Solomon Thomas, that, again, there's a potential chance of him coming back. But there are other suitors out there. So the Jets got to be able to match that offer. Richie, do you think a big splash move happens for the Jets today? I definitely think so. That's a possibility, baby. It's a possibility. Day number 2 last year, the Jets got Allen Lazard. 2 years ago on day number 2, they got DJ Reed. So, yes. I think there's a big, big chance of the Jets being aggressive and making a move, baby. Absolutely. Guys, we got 180 people live watching on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like button right now for your boy. Shout out to the people tuning in on Instagram as well. Appreciate you guys. We got a lot of fun today. Go get me T. Higgins, says Alan. Any splash I want to see is them big fellas up front. Oh, yeah. We definitely still need a tackle. Right now, the interior of the offensive line is pretty much set. But when it comes to the offensive tackle spot, you can't really say the same thing. It's not set. Yet, at least. It's not set just yet. Jets not signing more than a 3-year deal. I have noticed that. Like, the Jets are strapped for cash, which is why people need to realize we don't have any, resources to go out there and just, sign everybody and give everybody the highest offer. Like, that's not how we're operating right now. There are free agents that the Jets have to bring back. I would like them to bring back Ashton Davis, Solomon Thomas are 2 guys I would love to bring back. And I know a lot of Jets fans are looking at Tyron Smith and David Bakhtiari as opportunities for the Jets to bring him back, or bring him in, rather. Someone on Instagram is saying, I'm so damn mad that we got Tyrod Taylor. Is there anybody upset that we got Tyrod? I mean, you can argue that Tyrod Taylor is one of the best backup quarterbacks in the NFL. He's been a backup forever. He knows the role. He's 34 years old. He's 28-28 in his career as a starter. He has so much experience in the NFL. I mean, how can you be upset with Tyrod Taylor? I don't understand. We didn't sign him to be our starter. He's our backup quarterback. Did you guys not watch the Jets last year? I mean, what was the biggest issue with the Jets last year? Oh, we didn't have a backup quarterback. I mean, if Tyrod Taylor was with us last year, I think the Jets go to the playoffs. I mean, yeah, the one thing you could say is that Tyrod maybe doesn't stay healthy. But, bro, Tyrod is the best backup quarterback the Jets have had in years. Jet it out with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Cap-wise, don't see a big-name wide receiver, but we have rookies to sign, and 2-year cap going to hit hard. Give me Hollywood Brown and Adunze. Get the offensive line now. Okay. So, we do have to save some cap, of course, for the NFL draft picks. That's true. We still have some money left to sprinkle around, and we still have some wiggle room as well to make a splash, I think. I really, really think that we have some wiggle room for a splash move. So jet it out. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Really do appreciate that. What happens if nobody trades for Zach Wilson? That's a good question, because it doesn't seem like there's any suitors for Zach Wilson. And I think the Jets really want to get rid of him for number one reason is to shed his cap, right? And I feel like that's a big reason why some NFL teams don't want to take on Zach Wilson, is because of his cap hit. It's like 5-something million. So that's really the latest. All right, so we're live right now on Jets Media, breaking it all down. We're on Twitter figuring it out. Let's go, baby. Will we get breaking news while we're live? Last night was wild because I started. The funny thing about last night, and shout out to Jet It Out again for the $5. The Jets signed John Simpson, so I'm scrambling to get a live stream up for you guys. Make a thumbnail, make the title, breaking news, Jets signed John Simpson. And then as I'm making that, more breaking news. Oh, the Jets signed Javon Kinlaw. I'm like, oh, okay. Now I got to scramble. I got to make a new thumbnail. I got to update the graphics before I go live. I go live, and then 15 minutes in, the Jets signed Tyrod Taylor. It's like, oh my gosh. Joe Douglas waited all day just to sign 3 players in a span of 30 minutes. Sheesh. Now, some Jets fans have some hope that Corey Davis is coming back. I definitely don't. I'm not banking on that. That's for sure. That's just me, though. I'm not banking on that. Definitely not. I would love it, by the way. I think that would be huge for the Jets. I think a big-time issue with last year, I think people are underestimating the Corey Davis going down or retiring. Michael asks, who is John Simpson? John Simpson is the brand new left guard for the New York Jets. He's coming off a 1-year deal. Signed a 1-year deal for $1 million last year with the Baltimore Ravens. He started all 19 games for Baltimore. Did not miss a snap. Did not miss a game. Okay? John Simpson is durable. He got his first opportunity to really get a lot of playing time, and he only allowed 1 sack. The issue with John Simpson is definitely his penalties. He is a little bit of a penalty merchant, which I don't really like at all, but hey, he's 26 years old. There's still room to improve. It's not like John Simpson is this established veteran in his 30s that we know what we're getting. I think that the fact that he's 26 tells me that there's still upside and still untapped potential in John Simpson, right? So he's going to be the new starting guard for the New York Jets, 100%. And then Javon Kinlaw. Javon Kinlaw is a really intriguing player, folks. 49ers fans are upset. This is a guy that they drafted at number 14th overall back in 2020. And he was ridiculed with injuries early in his career, Javon Kinlaw. And last year, he finally, played a full season. And 49ers fans felt like he's finally getting his breakout. And now he's going to the Jets. And now 49ers fans are like, oh my gosh, he is going to go crazy with the Jets. Why? Because they know us very well. They know Robert Saleh, right? They know what Robert Saleh can do for these types of players. So 49ers fans are upset that Kinlaw walked, and they felt like the Jets are going to reap the benefits of a guy on a 1-year deal to try to really break out. I think Javon Kinlaw, if he could stay healthy, bro, the potential's through the roof. The potential for him is through the damn roof. 100%. So that's exciting. Sauce Gardner back on the Pivot podcast. Wonder how that's going. I gotta check that out. All right. I want to make a poll in the chat about which wide receiver you guys would prefer. Which wide receiver do you want the Jets to get? Let's make a poll. Calvin Ridley. Who else is out there? OBJ. T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd. I mean, there's other options out there besides these 4, right? I'm putting Ridley, OBJ, Higgins, and Boyd. There's also Hollywood Brown. I mean, there's a lot of different options, but I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts. Vote in the chat right now who you want. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. Let's get the one over 100 likes, baby. Let's get over 100 likes right now, baby. We're just getting started. We are just getting started. Let's go. I'm pumped up. I'm excited for the huddle later today. The huddle is going to be a lot of fun on BetUS TV. That's going to be lots of fun. With TD Fins talk. Why does no one want OBJ? It seems like OBJ He's getting some love in the chat, right? Seems like he's getting some love in the chat. Or am I seeing it wrong? Right now, the poll just got launched. 9% want OBJ, 43% want T. Higgins, 31% wants Calvin Ridley. Jets fans, vote. Joe Douglas is watching. He's going to listen to us. I promise. I'm kidding. I can't promise that. Definitely can't promise that. Is Devontae Adams off the table? I definitely feel like Devontae Adams is off the table. I feel like the Raiders love him and they want him to stay. That's at least my sentiment of the whole situation. I don't think Devontae Adams is realistic anymore. Sad, I know. KJ Osborne, Curtis Samuel, 2 other guys, right? OBJ for possession catches. He just wants to play for the Jets, Jets. That is true. He does want to play for the Jets. All right. So the latest news today, Joe Mixon goes to Houston. Jameis Winston signs with the Browns as their new backup. You're just going to kick Joe Flacco to the curb like that? You're going to kick Joe Flacco to the curb like that, Cleveland, after what he did? After the comeback player of the year? Man. How can you do that to him? How could you do that to him? Now, folks, as you all know, we have a proud sponsor of the channel, baby. Shout out to BetUS Sportsbook. And I want to show you guys a specific bet on BetUS that I absolutely love. Because you can bet on the awards for next year already. You can bet on the awards. And look at Breece Hall to win Offensive Player of the Year. Plus 3,300. Plus $3,300. Okay? I mean, how can you not be down for that? Plus 3,300 for Breece Hall to win Offensive Player of the Year. So basically what that means is you can risk $10. You just put $10 down, and if Breece Hall wins Offensive Player of the Year, you'll win $330. Even if you want to put $100 down on this, you'll win $3,300 for Breece Hall if he wins Offensive Player of the Year. I think that he is going to go crazy this year. I really, really believe that. We saw a little teaser of what to expect. I mean, bro, the thing about Breece Hall, which is why I actually think this is a possibility, is because he's more than just a running back. He is a weapon. The New York Jets utilize him as an offensive weapon in the pass game, not just a run game, but in the pass game. And I feel like with Aaron Rodgers, these odds at plus 3,300. I mean, Garrett Wilson's at plus 4,000. I'd honestly stay away from Garrett Wilson in this situation. I'd go more towards Breece Hall. I mean, I'm definitely going to put $50 will win you $1,650. I absolutely love these odds on BetUS for Breece Hall to win Offensive Player of the Year. Let's see what Sauce is at plus 5,000 to win Defensive Player of the Year. My gosh. You put $50 down on Sauce to win Defensive Player of the Year, you'll win $2,500. You put even $10 will win you $500 for Sauce Gardner to win Defensive Player of the Year. And then MVP awards are an interesting one as well. I don't really see anyone. They don't have the Comeback Player of the Year because I want to put money on Aaron Rodgers, bro. I got to see what Aaron Rodgers is. So definitely consider signing up for BetUS, folks. You guys can receive a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,500. And I can't stress enough how much it means to the channel if you guys can simply support the brands on the channel by clicking that link, opening up your account, putting some money in, betting responsibly, and putting some money down on one of these bets. Again, I would recommend sprinkling some cash. I mean, look at this. Even $5 on Breece Hall to win Offensive Player of the Year wins you $165. $5 on Sauce wins you $250. What I would probably do is put 25 on Brees and then 25 on Sauce. And look at those payouts. Look at those payouts. So if you guys want to help out the channel, folks, click that link that's pinned at the top of the chat, or it's a link down below in the description. Sign up for BetUS today. Open up your account and definitely consider placing your bets. These are not just the only bets they got, but these are the bets I want to let you guys know. I appreciate you guys big time for supporting the brands here on Jets Media.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, live betting, and casino. To celebrate 30 years in business, we have the best bonuses in the industry. Get a 125% sign-up bonus and up to 30 risk-free bets. So what are you waiting for? Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Awesome. Shout out BetUS. Now, I am curious to get your guys' thoughts of some other things across the NFL because there's a lot of stuff going on. Now, before that, let's get into the poll. 40% wants T. Higgins. 33% wants Calvin Ridley. Dang it. You guys are active right now. You guys are active right now. T. Higgins, 40%. I mean, I don't blame you guys. T. Higgins is definitely the number one option in terms of the best for your buck. But 32% wants Calvin Ridley. Shaq Barrett to Miami. Did that actually happen? Or is that something Miami fans want? Am I missing something? Did Shaq Barrett actually sign with the Miami Dolphins? I mean, he's washed, bro. Yeah, he is actually going to the Miami Dolphins. Shaq Barrett going to the Dolphins on a one-year deal, $9 million. Yeah, he's washed. 1 year, $9 million. That doesn't scare me. That doesn't scare me, bro. Dolphins fans, let me know in the chat. How you feeling about that move? How you feeling about that move? Let me know right now. How you feeling? Is there Dolphins fans in the chat? I definitely want to get your guys' thoughts. My opinion on OBJ, I'd definitely be open to Odell Beckham Jr. more than others. For sure. I'd be open to bringing in OBJ, but he's not my number one option. I think the Jets have better options, but I would be open to that idea. 100%. 100%. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I mean, I even said about Shaq Barrett earlier when he got released. I'm like, yeah, he's a little washed. Definitely not worried about him. So that's that. That is that. I think that the Jets going after one of these four wide receivers is definitely happening. For sure. Now, the thing about OBJ is he's a possession cat, like receiver. He's not in his prime anymore. I mean, he's not going to put up over 1,000 yards. Like, there's definitely way better options than him. Way better options than him. But let's not forget, he was definitely interested coming to the Jets. Jetpack with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Come out of the 615 for the Jets Titans game next season. I'll buy you beers. Go Jets. Well, Jetpack, thank you so much. You a Jets fan from Tennessee? I am definitely going to go to a Jets away game this year. I'm debating between Tennessee, Arizona, San Francisco are the three cities I'm thinking of going to. Those are the three. The Jets are going to be on the road in those three cities. So I'm definitely considering going to there. There even is a chance the Jets might go to London. They go to London, I'm definitely going to go to London. That's not confirmed yet, though. We don't know if that's happening. Definitely a good move. If I would go to London, for sure. Jetpack, thank you for the $5, my friend. I appreciate you, bro. Dono hype in the chat. And I would love to take you up on that offer. I would absolutely love to take you up on that offer, bro. How about that? Appreciate it. Let's go. So right now, the chat has got 40% T. Higgins still leading the pack, leading the way. Tyler Boyd is at 17%. I want to get your guys' thoughts more about Tyler Boyd. How would you feel if Tyler Boyd came to the New York Jets and he's our big wide receiver signing? I mean, he's solid, bro. He is definitely solid. You can't deny that. But is he taking the top off the defense? You know what I mean? We just hit over 100 likes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you guys. Jack's texting me right now. We got to get Jack on here. Is number 2 available for Tyrod? I don't know. Zach Wilson, what are you thinking? How long would you be live for? Depending on a lot of things, right? Depending on a lot of things. I got my BetUS TV show at 3 o'clock. So that's when I definitely have to stop. Maybe I can get a break for lunch. Who knows? Jack, in the chat. Extremely solid player. Certainly better than anything we had last year outside of Garrett Wilson. Beggars can't be choosers. You talking about Tyler Boyd, Jack? Michael's asking, who does Jack want for the Jets? Well, Jack, why don't you come on the show and let us know? Tyrod Taylor, baby. Welcome to the Jets. Yeah, Jack's talking about Boyd. Yeah, I mean, I really can't complain if the Jets get Tyler Boyd. He'd immediately be the second best receiver on the team. But I would still rather have Calvin Ridley or even T. Higgins. But again, beggars can't be choosers again. We need a big-time weapon next to our guy, and I feel like that's the case. Uh-oh. Look who's mad. Bro, TD's such a troll. TD's mad, I guess, about Shaq Barrett. Look at TD's mad. TD's mad. Well, we'll get TD's reaction later today on the huddle. I find that hilarious. Why is TD upset? It is funny because we were talking about Shaq Barrett getting released on the huddle last week, and we were all talking about how he's washed, and now he's a Dolphin. My gosh. Let's go. Let's go. Garrett, Boyd, Gibson, kind of a weak wide receiver room. Well, don't count out the NFL draft. The Jets could definitely get another wide receiver in the draft in a deep, deep class. What if we get 2 of them? Definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. But I feel like it'd be more likely for the Jets to get a wide receiver in the draft and in free agency. Not both. You feel me? That's what I'm thinking about. But we're all in this together. We're all just refreshing Twitter, waiting for some breaking news, all at the same time. Javon Kinlaw is a bum, says James. Oh, yeah? Why don't you elaborate? Say that to his face. Why don't you tell Javon Kinlaw yourself that he's a bum? Bet you won't. Do you think we get Bakhtiari? I do. I think David Bakhtiari is pretty much a lock. I think David Bakhtiari is already a Jet in my brain. If he passes his physical and stuff. 100%. There's a lot of people on Jets Twitter freaking out. We shouldn't freak out. Hey, Richie, what are we doing with Lazard? Yeah, Lazard's staying. We can't get out of his contract until after this year, unless we just eat his contract. So we need depth. Listen, Lazard definitely had a bad season for the Jets. There's no sugarcoating that, but I would rather the Jets keep Lazard and have him with Aaron Rodgers. If there's anybody that can get something out of Allen Lazard, it's Aaron Rodgers. So if we got rid of Lazard, we'd be eating just dead cap. Like, there's no benefit to get rid of him. So we need depth at the spot. We need bodies at the spot. He knows the system. And I feel like, again, Aaron Rodgers kind of made Allen Lazard. So maybe he can bounce back. What if Lazard has a bounce back season? You never know. Signing Bakhtiari, or however you spell it, it'll be embarrassing. Oh, God. Hey, Richie, how do you think my Giants did yesterday? I think the Giants did pretty well. They were aggressive for Brian Burns. You know, they took the cap that they were not going to put to Saquon, and they put it to use. And now they have arguably one of the better defensive lines in football if you're the Giants. Right? If we sign Boyd, then we give up on Gibson. Not true. Gibson is still part of the team, still going to be a special teamer. I mean, I don't really want to roll into the season with Gibson as a starting slot. I mean, that's just me. I like Gibson, but not as a starting slot guy, personally. Manifest Ridley. Anyone else? I'm down. I'd be all for Calvin Ridley. But the thing about Calvin Ridley that we all need to make sure we know is that the Jets would have to be overpaying for him. Right? If you want Calvin Ridley, that means you're willing to overpay for him. That's something you have to keep in mind as well. Do Giants fans want J.J. McCarthy? Let's go. Are they sold? Oh, no, I read this wrong. Are there any solid right tackles in the draft that will be there at 10? Yeah, this draft class is all about right tackles. There's only 2 tackles that's a prototypical left tackle. Joe Alt, Fashanu are your left tackles. Everyone else, right tackles. Waga, JC, Mims. I mean, there's a lot of right tackles. And I think that's what the Jets' goal is, to get the right tackle in the draft and sign a left tackle like a Bakhtiari. Wait, guys, we had news last night that we weren't able to talk about. Sam Darnold going to Minnesota, baby. Sammy D. Let's go. I think Sam Darnold is about to light it up, baby. Now, maybe I'm just a little delusional when it comes to Sam Darnold. I can admit that. But I'm happy for Sam, bro. I'm happy for Sam. Oh, God. All right. So the Jets got to go after Calvin Ridley. There are Jacksonville fans that are actually holding on to the idea that he could stay in Jacksonville. Justin with the question. I'm sorry if you answered this a million times, but what exactly do we need right now on the team? We need a wide receiver. We need a number 2 running back. Maybe even an edge rusher to fill in for Bryce Huff. I know Will McDonald's kind of going to replace him, but we still need another one. A safety would be nice. Hey, chill, Isaiah. Tyler Boyd. Okay. You're not trading up. Olu will be my choice. He's a left tackle. If not, then it's Fuaga. Absolutely. J.J. McCarthy has the highest upside and most potential of any of the quarterbacks. Woof. J.J. McCarthy is such an interesting prospect, bro. I saw him go in the 2nd and 3rd round like months ago. And then the closer we're getting to the draft, I see him go as early as top 5. And again, the draft is a crapshoot. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. We all have to be prepared for the worst. We could all be sitting here all day, all over again, just for there to be no moves to be made. Rich, watch Javon Kinlaw interview with Grant Cohen. I actually did see that a while ago. When that first happened, I think I saw that. I did see that, and it was hilarious. Grant Cohen and Javon Kinlaw's interview. Maybe I should get Javon Kinlaw on Jets Media. Do you think I will be able to handle it? I think I would. Shout out to Jets Mets for the $2 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. Spencer Rattler is the best QB in this draft class. Okay, Steve. Relax. I would like to see Rattler potentially as a mid-round target for the Jets for sure. But I'm not going to hold my breath on that. I'm not going to hold my breath on that. Rattler jersey would be fire. Do you think Justin Jefferson is leaving? I don't think so. I mean, it really comes down to if the Minnesota Vikings are willing to open up the bank and pay him. That's how he stays. That's really what it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to for me. So we shall see. Guys, should we open this up for some callers? Because we got to kill some time here. We got to kill some time, and I want to hear from Jets Nation, baby. I want to hear from you guys. Let's take some callers. Rattler couldn't cut it in Oklahoma and transferred. I'm expected to believe the NFL will work out. Yeah, I mean, Rattler's a very polarizing player. For sure. Folks, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for your boy. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We got some live breakdowns of what's to come. Let's go. I'm excited, baby. I'm excited. 250 people watching with just over 118 likes. A lot of people are voting in the chat right now. And it seems like T. Higgins is the leading candidate. Seems like T. Higgins is who we all want, baby. Did I see John Simpson's Twitter? I did. John Simpson is pumped up. Yes, he is. Sam Darnold is a roller coaster quarterback. Can you imagine Sam becomes the franchise guy? By the way, the Jets will be facing Sam this year. Assuming he's the starter from Minnesota, by the way. Assuming he's the starter. We are facing the Minnesota Vikings this year. Let's freaking go. Deion Dawkins, bomb. So far today, Russell Wilson tweeted, "Great day to be a Steeler." Is that actually Russell Wilson? Yeah, it is. Interesting. So there's a lot of guys that, like, don't sleep on the Jets going after an edge in free agency. Josh Uche. Kevin Zeitler's still there, but I don't really see the Jets going after another interior guy. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough, man. I don't know. Are we going to be sitting here waiting all day, twiddling our thumbs for a move to be made? Let's go. Julio with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Julio. I'd take a chance on Rattler with a very late pick. He had a good season considering he was playing for South Carolina. Yeah, I mean, he's probably one of my favorites. Not going to lie. In the mid-rounds. for the New York Jets. He did not really look good at the combine, though, for being honest with ourselves. He definitely didn't really look the best, but that's okay. Maybe the Jets could find a diamond in the rough type of player. And now we're waiting. I'm on Twitter just like all you guys. All right. I'm on Twitter refreshing my feed because I need to know what's coming next. And right now, it's quiet. It's too quiet. It's a little too quiet for me. Jacob with the super chat. What's up, bro? Thank you so much, my man. What's up, Rich? It's that time of year again. If we could snag Higgins or Ridley and maybe another offensive lineman, I'll be satisfied until draft. KY, New York Jets fan for life. That's what I'm talking about, Jacob. Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, Jacob, for the super chat. You're the man. You are the man, Jacob. Appreciate all the super chats, guys. Let's go. Joe Mixon to the Texans. Yep. That's definitely a good move if you're Houston. I like that move for Houston. JD isn't up yet. That is right. Joe Douglas is sleeping. He sleeps during the day, works at night. He sleeps during the day and works at night. Vampire JD will strike again. Bowers might be the best receiver in the draft available when we pick. Yeah, the only way you can convince me again getting Bowers is if this offensive line is built and stacked up. Okay? That's how you could convince me. It's the only way. That is the only way you can convince me on that. M. Jaludi with a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. If JD plays the draft correctly, we could trade back later in the draft and pick up next year's first, then trade both for Jefferson. I don't think we can get another first for next year just by moving back. That's unrealistic. The only way you get another first for next year is if you're like in the top 5. When you have the number 10th pick, I think it's pretty unlikely unless they move all the way back into the late 20s, right? But I don't really see the Jets getting another first for next year. That would be ideal, but don't see it happening. But I do think that trading back is an option. I think that getting another second-round pick is the goal. Or not another. Get back their second-round pick. Because we don't have one this year. There is no second-round pick for the New York Jets to use. No second-round pick for the Jets to use so far. All right. So the latest buzz around the NFL is Joe Mixon. Outside of that, it's way too quiet. It's way too quiet. Thank you, M. Jaludi, for the super chat. Thank you for all the super chats so far this show. We appreciate that, guys. Let's get this up to 150 likes if we're not there already. Where are we? Where are we, chat? We close already. 129 likes. Let's hit that like button. And we're closing in on 22K subs. Guys, the goal is to get to 22K subs by the NFL draft, and we're inching closer and closer. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for your boy. Cannot thank you all enough for all the generosity and all the support on the channel. All right, let's get into some of these callers. Mr. Charles Gorman, the legend, the myth. What's up, buddy? How you doing, bro?
Great, Richie. How are you?
I'm all right, man. It's been a long few days, but we're struggling along.
I want to show you something.
Uh-oh. Oh! No way. Look at that. Mr. Charles Gorman. With some legends.
Yes.
Was that recently?
Yes. Sunday, March 10th, I went to Monster Mania Convention in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. and I was able to take pictures with Sam Raimi and Michael Ironside.
That's awesome, man. We got to
They're
get you
very
some
nice
pictures with the
gentlemen.
Jets. Some Jets players, too.
They're very nice gentlemen, especially Michael Ironside. He's a gentleman. I know he's known for voicing and portraying a lot of anti-heroes, tough guys, and bad guys, but he's a true gentleman in real life. Sam Raimi, I heard he's supposed to be a nice guy, but he actually was very nice to me. I asked them both a couple of questions, and they answered them very professionally. Anyways, back to the Jets. I'm happy with these free agent signings. I like Tyrod Taylor. I've always liked Tyrod Taylor ever since he was a starter in Buffalo. John Simpson looks like a diamond in the rough. He looks like a talented player on the rise. And Javon Kinlaw looks like a good player to me.
Especially with the Jets defense, baby. The Jets defensive system
Hopefully he
is going
needs to stay healthy. You know, he needs to stay healthy. That's the key. Hopefully we bring back Solomon Thomas and Quentin Jefferson. Either one of those guys would be great. Hopefully we get. As much as I love Calvin Ridley, I think T. Higgins is probably an even. Well, I know he wants to be traded, but I still think T. Higgins is a better option than Calvin Ridley at this moment. Although I love me some Calvin Ridley.
All right. Charles Gorman, he wants T. Higgins. Thank you for the call, Charles. I appreciate you, bro. I mean, you can say T. Higgins, and then you can say Calvin Ridley. I think that's my number one and number two option as well, for sure. Definitely big time shout out to Charles, great member of the channel for 15 months, I believe. 15 months. So shout out to Charles. Great to have you back on the show, man. Jacob with another super chat. Who is the most surprising free agent signing so far? Also, who do you is the biggest loss for us? Who do I think the biggest loss is? Bryce Huff is the biggest loss. That's the biggest loss, right? No doubt about it. There's nobody out there that we're losing more than Bryce Huff. We will miss him desperately. Desperately. Oh, it's going to sting to see that. The good news is Bryce Huff is out of the division, out of the conference. We don't have to worry about him terrorizing us. So the good thing is, but it's definitely Bryce Huff. Appreciate the super chat. Another super chat from you, Jacob. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Richie, I think Joe Douglas has more players at night again today. Yeah, me too, Alex. I tweeted that earlier today. Expect the Jets and Joe Douglas to do absolutely nothing all day just to sign some new players later tonight. 100%. All right, let's get to the next caller. Outlaw, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Salutes, Richie. Salute to the chat, man. Hey, man,
Salute.
we finally got a backup quarterback, man, that we could rely on. I'm happy about that. That was definitely the shock. I've been wanting Tyrod Taylor as a backup since like 2015. He's been really good, you know. It's definitely an upgrade since last year. Tyler, you got Tim Boyles and Zach Wilson. That was absolutely, terrible, but I will say now I feel a lot more comfortable, going into this season. So far, we got to address the offensive line. I will say wide receiver, T. Higgins. If we get T. Higgins, we are definitely Super Bowl contenders for sure.
Hey.
Like Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, dynamic duo. Wow, that would be amazing. And
sign me up.
What can I say? Yeah, I would definitely sign up to that one. Calvin Ridley is definitely my second one as well too. I think he's gonna definitely be a good, slot, and he's very fast as well too. Hollywood Brown is actually a good fast wide receiver. He's okay. His hand, like he has some drops and some miss. I haven't really watched too much of like Arizona games, but I do remember him in the Baltimore Ravens. He was dropping a lot of crucial balls and stuff, but pause. But yeah, other than that, he's been really good, and we definitely need to address this offensive line. That's the main situation now. And I gotta ask you a question, Richie. How would you feel about us drafting a tight end? I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of like speculations about that. I don't feel too comfortable doing that, giving the tackle position. But what's your thoughts about that?
Well, Outlaw, just want to say thank you so much for all the support, and I appreciate the call, my friend. Outlaw has been a consistent caller on the Jets Media podcast throughout this past year. Good to have you back on the show, Outlaw. And to answer your question about Brock Bowers and the tight end in general, I mean, assuming you're talking about Brock Bowers because that's really the guy that is linked to the New York Jets in terms of number 10, I think the only way you can convince me that Brock Bowers is a good idea for the New York Jets is if I look at the offensive line heading into the draft and I see 5 starters with depth behind them. Brock Bowers is one of my favorite players in the entire draft. I'm not going to lie. He's a draft crush for me. Okay? He's a draft crush for me. But I need that offensive line stacked before anything else. And I feel like right now, it's tough because the idea of and this is another thing we have to keep in mind, folks. Look around the NFL, right? Look around the league right now. A number 1 and number 2 weapon does not have to be a wide receiver duo. It could be a wide receiver and a tight end duo. Our number 2 option in the offense could be Brock Bowers. It could be Garrett Wilson, Brock Bowers, and maybe you sign Tyler Boyd. I don't know. That guy is a freak. I love Bowers. But again, I need the offensive line built. I need to look at it and say, I like the starting 5 and I like the 3 people behind the starting 5 before you can convince me that they could go after somebody that's not an offensive tackle. That's just me. Now, something to keep in mind about this, that the Jets were interested in Michael Mayer last year, drafting him at first overall. So they're not first overall, first round. You guys know what I mean. So that's another thing. That's another thing. So that tells me that the Jets are interested in that tight end spot. They're very interested in the tight end spot. So that's something that you got to keep in mind. Herbert to Bowers for the next 8 years, unfortunately. Well, I hope not. Absolutely agree with you. I think we need offensive line before anything. Yeah. If we don't have a starting tackle, I think the Jets' plan could be right tackle in the draft. So that's really what it comes down to for me. Get the offensive tackle in the draft. We shall see, though. I posted a poll on Twitter, and man, Twitter is so polarizing. I swear, I have so many haters on Twitter. What are you going to say to me, Twitter? Oh, man. All right. I'm waiting for any updating news on... Oh, Deion Dawkins went on Kane Adams. As long as we're not getting no Jets, guys, we good. What the... What is this bum? Why is this bum still talking? Why is he...
T. Higgins should come out. What do you think?
T. Higgins?
Mm-hmm.
T. Higgins from the Bengals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know that guy.
Would that not work?
Nah, first of all, it would definitely work. As long as we're not getting no Jets guys, I'm good. I'm cool.
Bro, we're in
T.
his
Higgins
head.
Is a player that can help Josh and help this team get.
Bro, we're living in this guy's head. As long as we're not getting any Jets, we're good. There was no Jets even asked in the question from K. Adams. What? What a bum. What a bum. Jacob, bro, you're too generous. Thank you again, bro. $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. No problem, man. Big supporter of the channel and the Jets. I'm hoping we can figure it out. We're due for one. JETS. Thank you so much, Jacob, again, for the generous super chat. Multiple super chats from you. You're my guy, Jacob. Everybody give Jacob some dono hype in the chat. Dono hype in the chat for Jacob. He's too kind. He sent in a $5 super chat earlier. Two $5 and then a $10. Thank you, Jacob. Very generous, my friend. Uh-oh. Someone's saying Adam Schefter. What Adam Schefter break? Oh, my gosh. Wait. New England is pushing to sign free agent wide receiver Kevin Ridley, but sources believe that he currently prefers to return to Jacksonville, and he has been discussing a deal with the Jaguars. Wow. Well, there goes that. I don't see the Jets anywhere near here. Seems like the Jets are not in on Calvin Ridley. So that's definitely some news, folks. New England is pushing to sign Ridley. So it's basically between the Patriots and him going back to Jacksonville. Bro, if he goes back to Jacksonville, that's crazy. Because they just got Gabe Davis. What's your guys' thoughts of this? Go get me T. Higgins, Joe Douglas. That's what I'm going to have to say now. Damn. Breaking news from Adam Schefter. Oh my gosh, how are they not even in on Ridley? Now, the one thing that's for sure that you can say is that the Jets are, I mean, not the Jets, but whichever team lands Calvin Ridley will be an overpay. But the question is, will the Jets be the guys to overpay Calvin Ridley? And as of right now, doesn't seem like it. Go get me T. Higgins, Joe Douglas. Work the phones. Work the damn phones. Work the phones. Damn. This got me pissed. This got me pissed off. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. This got me pissed. That's crazy. I don't know, man. All right. Well, say goodbye to Calvin Ridley. We can take the poll down. I just tweeted a whole poll about Calvin Ridley. Let's end the damn poll because he's not coming to the Jets unless the Jets come and swoop in out of nowhere. Oh, bang. That one stung. But we signed Tyrod Taylor. We signed John Simpson. We signed Javon Kinlaw. At least we did that. Right? Okay. Go get me T. Higgins. Go get T. Go get T, bro. Let's go. Let's go. I'm texting people right now trying to figure out what's going on. Hey, just gonna throw this out there. I'm just gonna throw this out there, guys. Up, Henry to the Ravens. Okay, I won't throw it out there yet. We got some more news. Henry to the Ravens. Where's the news? There it is. Derrick Henry going to Baltimore. Damn. Okay. Breaking news. Derrick Henry going to Baltimore. What do you guys think of this? I think he's going to go crazy over there. Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson, bro? Are you kidding? Is this kind of scary? I feel like he's about a ball here. He's going to go nuts here, bro. Yes, sir. What's your guys' thoughts of this move? That's a good signing. Derrick Henry. Damn. Damn. Well, who else? Well, Gus Edwards is now in the Chargers, right? So he's going to be the number one back. Who else is back there? What's that kid's name that was really a stud for them? J.K. Dobbins is a free agent. The Jets can actually bring him in. But, man, I feel like Derrick Henry's about to get let loose, bro. He's about to get let loose. What's your guys' thoughts of this news? Breaking news, Derrick Henry to the Ravens. Derrick Henry to the Ravens. I feel like the Jets also need to get a running back, bro. And I don't know who that running back, Keaton Mitchell. That's it is. Thank you for reminding who that is. Boy. That's a good move for the Bengals, for the Ravens, excuse me. All right, guys, I'm going to throw a name out there that we cannot rule out as a possibility for the Jets to go get. You ready for this? Hold on one second. All right, so I'm going to throw this now. I'm going to throw this name out there. Ready for this? It's a name that's been linked to the Jets since the year started last year. Davante Adams. I'm told that Davante Adams is not out of a possibility for the New York Jets. Okay? That's what I'm being told right now. And not saying it's happening, but don't rule out that possibility because there's a lot of things going on in Vegas that they're trying to figure out. Davante Adams to the Jets is still a possibility. If that's going to happen, I have no idea, but we shall see. We shall see. Because the last thing that we heard is that the Vegas does not want to trade for Adams. But the one thing that we know, the one thing I can tell you for sure, is that the New York Jets and Joe Douglas want Davante Adams so bad. They were willing to trade for Davante at training camp last year. They wanted to bring in Davante Adams. Right when Corey Davis retired, the Jets were calling the Raiders about Davante Adams. And before, and bro, I'm not lying to you guys. I'm not lying to you guys. I heard from people in the Jets circle that they are going to go after Davante, and then Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. And then you're like, okay, well, they're not going to go after Davante now, and then the trade deadline comes. That's not happening. But now all we hear from the Raiders side of things is that they're not interested in trading him. So the issue with the Davante Adams situation is this. The New York Jets desperately want him, but the Raiders are hell-bent on keeping him. So we shall see, man. We shall see. Just open it up. That as a possibility. Who knows? I just remember last year, that's what happened. And I won't reveal a certain person's name or anything, but there's a former Jet. He's not in the Jets anymore. And if you're watching, shout out. He's not in the Jets anymore, but there is a Jets player's family member who happened to watch Jets media. And he reached out to me, and I got in contact with him. This was last year, before the season started. And I started talking to him, and he started, telling me some things. He's like, hey, this is what's going on. I was like, oh, really? This is what's going on? And then he started telling me, and then I'm like, wait, what? And then he started telling me some things, and I'm like, oh, my gosh. And he's not a Jet anymore, so that's all I can tell you guys on that end. I wish I still had him. But he's no longer a Jet. He was on the Jets last year. And he was telling me, he told me last year before the season started that the Jet, he like was going crazy to me. He's like, bro, the Jets are going after Devontae. The Jets going after Devontae. This is right before week 1. I'm like, what? How do I trust you? Like, what do I do with this information? I don't know what to do with it. And then Rodgers went down. So then it's just like, okay, well, we'll never know if that was going to come true or not. But I can tell you guys right now that the New York Jets are very interested in him. But the question, they have been. It's not, and this isn't, by the way, this isn't news that you guys didn't already know. Everybody knows that. I think every single person knows that the Jets are heavily interested. But the question is, would the Raiders be interested in moving him? That's the big question. That's the big question. All right. Let's see. Again, I can't really sit here and tell you guys I expect the Jets to make a move today. I think the Jets are going to make a move tonight when we're all trying to sleep. So why is it relevant now? It's relevant now because the Jets still have interest. That's why it's relevant. It's still an option. What do you mean? The Ravens are becoming an annoying team, right? Again, if you're just tuning into the show, guys, we got some breaking NFL news. Derrick Henry's going to the Ravens. Joe Mixon to the Texans. Calvin Ridley's between the going back to Jacksonville or going to New England. So that's definitely some things to keep in mind. All right, breaking news. Bengals free agent Irv Smith is going to the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. Kansas City Chiefs gets a new tight end, backing up Travis Kelce. I mean, what are we doing, though? Here we go again. All over. We sit and we wait. We sit and we wait for something to break. Ooh, rhyming accidentally. I mean, at least we got Tyrod Taylor, right? If a Devontae Adams trade were to happen, when do you think it could happen? I think it could happen leading up to the draft. Oh, breaking news. Jets make a move. The Jets are signing Leki Fotu. We got someone. Okay. The Jets make a move. We just got another defensive tackle from the former Arizona Cardinals, per Connor Hughes. Okay, defensive tackle. 25 years old. Leki Fotu, baby. I mean, the one thing that we could say about the New York Jets is that, hey, we love our interior D linemen. We love our interior D linemen. I think this might be the end of our other guys, though. This could be the end of Solly Thomas. So, Leki Fotu, your newest member of the New York Jets. Per Connor Hughes. Shout out to Connor Hughes for breaking this news. I'm going to tweet this out to the world. Give Connor Hughes his dues, his credit. And then we'll go into him as a player. All right, guys. Bear with me. Just making a tweet, and then we'll go into it. Okay. All right. So let's break this down. League breaking news, baby. Breaking news. The Jets are making moves. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. Before everyone panics, right? The Jets need to make a move on the defensive tackle spot. Okay? This is a big boy. Big body, right? We all wanted to bring back Leki Fotu. Well, this is the type of player. Run-stuffing beast. Run-stuffing beast. Okay? Let's break him down. Let's go into PFF first and break it all down. Now, he's a former 4th-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah. And this is a guy who, is part of a deep rotation for the New York Jets. He had 7 pressures last year, 4 hurries, 3 sacks, 14 stops, 18 solo tackles, had a grade of 46. Didn't really, light it up for the Arizona Cardinals. But this is a guy who is going to plug in and be part of the rotation. I think this is the Al Woods replacement. I think that this is going to be the Al Woods replacement. Someone that has upside. The feeling about what you guys have to realize with the New York Jets, right, is they like to go after, young, promising defensive linemen that they can exploit. Like, for example, Sheldon Rankins came to the Jets, had a great year. Quentin Jefferson came to the Jets, had a great year. I could totally see Leki Fotu coming to the Jets and having a great year. This is a guy who's 25 years old, 6'5", 334 pounds from Utah, 4th-round pick, and he's going to be part of a deep defensive line rotation. He's a run-stopping, bro. He's a run-stopper. So the thing about this is, if there's one thing about the New York Jets team that I trust, it's their defensive line coaching staff. It's White Cotton, it's Saleh, it's Ulbrich, getting the most out of these players. Because that's one side of the ball where I'm like, okay, the Jets can bring in any player. That's going to benefit this Jets team. He's going to become an impactful player for this squad. That's basically how I look at it. Well, based on the Jets fans' reactions, let's take a look. My thoughts is Joe Douglas is an idiot. Scrub after scrub. Organization is a joke. See, this guy knows. Al Woods replacement. Bingo. We can't expect it, bro. Like, these are the signings that has to be made. We need to fill out the roster. I get it. We need a wide receiver. We need offensive tackle. We need this. But there's a hole on the defensive tackle spot, folks. There's a hole, and the Jets need to fill it. We need someone to replace Al Woods. This is him. Right here. A younger version of Al Woods. Al Woods was the veteran in his mid-30s, tore his Achilles last year. So now we're bringing in a guy who still has some upside, and the Jets feel like they could probably get the most out of him. And let's be honest with ourselves. We need to make sure this defensive line stays at the best. We just lost Bryce Huff, and then we brought in 2 new guys on the inside, Javon Kinlaw and Leki Fotu. So that's something that I kind of like. This is the Al Woods replacement. This is a backup guy who will be in the rotation. He is going to be in the rotation for the New York Jets. He is the New York Jets run stopper. Well, at least we made a signing. He's the New York Jets run stopper. Now, I do have to disagree with this. Priorities are completely out of whack. So my question is, do we just have to neglect other holes because other positions are more priority? We need to make sure we fill out the entire roster. Yes, I agree. The offensive line should be more of a priority. Yes, I agree. Wide receiver should be more of a priority. But we have a hole on the defensive line, so we just ignore it? No, you go out there, you get a guy. Now, I have no idea if he's going to be a good player for the Jets, but I've yet to see one defensive lineman come to the New York Jets and not play well. I have not once looked at a guy. And listen, I'm not going to convince you guys that this guy is a stud or anything. He did not have a good career with Arizona. What I'm hopeful is that the New York Jets coaching staff and the New York Jets defensive team can get the most out of him. We didn't bring him in to start. We didn't bring him in to play 50% of the snaps. This guy is going to be on the field for run-stopping opportunities. We run a 10 defensive deep rotation, okay? This is a guy that the Jets are bargaining on to come in and maybe make an impact with the coaching and the guys around him. That's all it is to it. It's not, you don't have to read too deep into this, personally. I'm not up in arms about this personally. This is a younger version of Al Woods. Al Woods was cool because Al Woods was a bona fide leader. He was a established player. But now this is a different type of guy because he's not established at all. He's not established. So name one defensive lineman that the New York Jets have brought in who did not play great football. I mean, that's what I'm looking at right now. That's how I look at it. So it is what it is. We shall see. I'm personally not going to cry my eyes out over a run-stopping defensive tackle. Okay? Like, I'm not going to sit here and whine and moan, oh, Joe Douglas, what are you doing? Why are you signing the player? Why are you signing this guy? I'm not going to do that. It's a position of need. It's a cheap contract. And it's someone that's young and hasn't had a great career that the Jets are trying to make him a good player on their team. It's that simple. He's not going to be a stud. He's not going to be a Pro Bowler. He's not going to be an All-Pro. And that's okay. We don't need him to be. He just needs to slot in his role, defend the run, and maybe get to the quarterback here and there. We have to make sure that we make this defensive line the deepest on the team. That's what makes his defense go. That's what makes this go. This is a solid pickup. This is not a great pickup. This is not a pickup that's going to shatter the earth. But it's a hole in the team that's now filled. I mean, that's the reality of it. That's my take on it, at least. Let's see. I see Jets fans collapsing right now. Absolutely panicking. Relax. This does not mean we're out on any exciting player that we would really want, okay? Promise you that. Jets fans, man. Not sure what the contract is yet. Still early, folks. It's still early. We had a hole on defensive tackle. We had to fill it with somebody. And we decided to go after a former fourth-round pick who hasn't really played anybody. He's a Samoan defensive tackle. I mean, sounds pretty cool to me. Leki Fotu? Sick name. Bring him in, baby. And let's not forget that the Jets defense, the one kryptonite maybe is defending the run. So this is basically, the Jets just got the replacement for Quentin Jefferson and Al Woods. Right? Quentin Jefferson, Al Woods, 2 free agents. They're not coming back. The Jets replaced both of them with Javon Kinlaw and Leki Fotu. That's what it comes down to. If you want to cry about it, cry about it. I mean, give me a break. We're crying about the 9th defensive lineman on the team that is going to be on for run stopping ability. Joe Caporoso tweets, Fotu and Kinlaw perfectly fine signings that brings potential more upside than Solomon Thomas and Woods and youth, but objectively funny on brand. Jets are spending early days free agency on interior defensive linemen. Well said. You guys are funny. We got to get depth places, folks. We got to hit depth. The Jets splashes will come later today when Joe Douglas wakes up from his nap, I'm sure. Jets fans are something else. Never change. Never change. I don't know if there's any other splashes to be made now. Well, I take that back. There is splashes to be made. The question is, when? Speaking with someone right now. Hold on. Oh, man. So, as of right now, the Jets have signed 4 players in free agency. I mean, technically 5 if you include Isaiah Oliver. Can't forget about that. Isaiah Oliver is a guy. Is the first piece that we brought in. Shout out to Connor Hughes for breaking the news. Peculiar with the $2. Fotu has length to bat passes and field goals. There we go. Some positive. I can't believe it. Some positive takes from a Jets fan. Fotu has great length to bat passes and field goals. Facts. Appreciate the super chat. And yeah, he has not only the ability to, be a defensive tackle for this team, but also special teams ability to block field goals and stuff. Like, do you guys realize how deep of an NFL roster needs to be? There's so many guys that needs to be fill out a roster. And the reality is the Jets did not have a defensive tackle to replace Al Woods. So they had to go get one. And they decided to bring him in. That's all. That's it. That's it. And again, if there's one position that I am not scared, I'm not worried about in terms of like bringing this guy in, like it's the defense. Bring in any defensive lineman, I'm like, yep, that guy's going to be fine. Like bring in the worst graded PFF defensive lineman of football. Put him on the Jets coaching staff with the dogs around him. He will have his career year. I'll bet it right now that Leki Fotu has a career season with the Jets. I'll put money on it. And what I mean by career season, that does not mean breakout. It does not mean one of the best defensive linemen in the league. I think he can get a solid 3 sacks, maybe like 12 pressures, maybe a couple run stuffs, maybe a forced fumble. Who knows? That's all we need, by the way. That's all we need. Who cares about the order of the signings? The end. Yes. Well said. Well said, Duncan. I'm thinking we're going to get Bakhtiari. Our field is going to get him, but I hope for the best. Yep. David Bakhtiari feels like it's inevitable to be a Jet. All right. What's the next move? What's the next move? I need to know the next move. Fantastic move by the Jets. Snap him up while he's available. There we go. Do we get anything if Becton gets signed? I think so, yeah. All right. Making something real quick. The response on Twitter is hilarious. I can laugh at this all day. Who? Outside of Sutton, which wide receiver do you want in a trade? Davante Adams. That's who, baby. Davante Adams. Come on home. It's inevitable. We all know it. We all know it's inevitable. Come on now. Bring me Tay. So that means breaking news is happening, baby. Hey, man, he was a starter, too. He was a starter for 9 games with Arizona. And he's not going to be starting with the Jets. So keep in mind. Guys, hit that thumbs up button on your way in. We're live for Free Agency Frenzy 2.0. Let's go. 2.0, baby. Hit that like button, folks. Let's go, baby. Richie, your quarterback, Rattler. Oh, Rattler's having his pro day. Interesting. Arizona was also tanking. That's what I'm saying, bro. I like this signing. Or, like, I don't hate this signing like some, I guess. Let's let the whole process play itself out before we are so quick to judge. Is that possible? Is that possible, Jets fans? Hey, T. Higgins ain't going to Buffalo. Relax over there. Stanton. Curtis Samuel is a possibility. Who do we just sign? Here he is. Leki Fotu, baby. Defensive tackle from Arizona. Former 4th-round pick, 25 years old. Run stuffer. He's basically our Al Woods replacement. Basically our Al Woods replacement. Which I'm all about. There we go. Wake up, Joe. Do you think we could afford Tyron Smith or Zietler and a wide receiver? I think we could afford a left tackle and a receiver, yes. If we get creative with some restructures and stuff. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, the latest breaking news is that the Jets have signed Leki Fotu. Richie, stop being delusional. Leki Fatma who? Come on. We need real guys. LOL. Bro, I guess it's delusional for me to just believe that every defensive lineman the Jets have brought in plays well. And let's just like I hate the narrative that, okay, this means that we're ignoring everything else because we filled in somebody that we have a hole. Am I praising the guy? Think he's going to be a Pro Bowler breakout? No. I mean, let's relax. We're talking about the 9th defensive lineman on this damn team, and people are panicking. I mean, this guy is 25, and the Jets defense feels like they can get something out of him. Let's relax a little bit. I'm not sitting here telling you guys it's a great move. That's not what I'm saying, but just like relax. Which star running back? We don't need a star running back. We have a star running back. His name is Breece Hall. That's our star running back. Solomon Thomas will be back at the end of free agency because he knows the playbook. Yeah, that's something we got to keep in mind. Solomon Thomas is also aiming to come back. Sorry, Richie, you take a lot of heat, my guy. I do, but it's all good. This is what I signed up for. I could take the heat. Bring it on. Who's ready? Who wants to send the heat over? I'm ready for it. Yes, we do need a backup running back. I'm not saying that we don't, but we don't need a star next to Breece. We have our star in Breece. So go get a guy in like an A.J. Dillon I feel like A.J. Dillon will be a good pickup. Guys, we need to fill out depth on the roster. I'm sorry that every single piece isn't an elite guy. Solid draft at Kinlaw. He had his best season last year. Yep. Richie, if we don't bring any of the remaining offensive lineman or wide receiver, was this free agency a failure? We have to see what we do in the trade market first before we can say it's a failure because, I mean, the Jets are kind of operating as most of us should at least anticipated. This isn't breaking news that the Jets are cheap in free agency. They do not have a lot of money to spend. So before I'm going to say it's a failure, I'm going to have to see the trade market and see how this roster looks basically after the draft. Because there's a lot of moves to be made. We're not done. There's a lot of guys coming, I'm sure. I think David Bakhtiari is the next man to come through. Oh, God. Some random account, Sports World, invited me to collaborate on his breaking news post. Should I accept it? I mean, it is kind of in tune with what we got cooking up. Oh, no. I ain't accepting that. So we're all thinking the same thing. What's next? You always got to make lunch. I don't know if I can make lunch. So I got to order lunch again? What should I order for lunch today? What should I make for lunch today? Dolphins fan here. Brees won me a huge fantasy chip this year. He's unreal. Much respect. Yeah, tell that to TD. Appreciate that, man. I'm happy that Brees Hall was able to help you win your fantasy league. I don't know if I could do Kava again. But I could. Maybe some, I don't know. I got to think. Need a tackle or a guard or a center this free agency? I don't think we need a center. I'm like the only Jets fan, and it feels like on the planet that doesn't want a center. Am I the only one that doesn't want a center? Because I like Joe Tippmann as our center. I can't be the only one, right? We don't need a center. We just don't. I just don't get that. Backup, yeah, you could argue. We still got Wes Schweitzer on the team to be that backup. I would like to bring back Connor McGovern as well. But Joe Tippmann is our center. Enough. We drafted our center last year. We have him. His name is Joe Tippmann. If you're talking about a backup center, yeah, I could get behind that. I think Wes Schweitzer is a center guard hybrid. I think that we should bring back Connor McGovern. But all the top tier centers available in the free agency market, I never even considered. Let Joe Tippmann be our center. Stop with the narrative that he's a right guard. He literally was named all rookie center, and people wanted to play guard. Yeah, he played good at right guard last year. Absolutely, he did. But give me a break. Oh, man, Phil wants me to get a Chipotle chicken bowl. Might have to now. It's a good option. Gnocchi with vodka? David, I don't know about that right now. That's like a nice dinner type of thing. I don't know if I can withstand that belly bomb for lunch. Bring back Mackay to fight for starting or swing. Too much to just let walk. I am curious to see where Mackay does go. I had pizza last night for dinner, Brian. Otherwise, pizza would be the move. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes. We're at 250 watching, 170 likes. Let's get this up. Let's get this up. Richard, should the Jets get Justin Jefferson from the Vikings? Yeah, but definitely not Banking on that one. I'll tell you that much. Definitely not banking on it. A good old deli sandwich. I went to the deli this morning for breakfast, so I guess, yeah, bro. I mean, free agency is not allowing me to cook. Free agency is making me go out and get food. I like to cook breakfast. I like to cook myself some lunch. I like to cook myself for dinner. But I can't cook when I'm live with you folks all day long. I got no time to cook. Because we're grinding out here, babe. It's free agency. It's free agency, baby. Let's go. I love it. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, baby. We need Jonah Williams. Someone wants me to get Chinese food. Okay. Let's go, man. Richie, honestly, the Bills are getting Justin Jefferson or T. Higgins. Neil Stanton, my Bills brother. Relax. Michael Thomas? Don't know about that. I don't know about that. A thick bacon cheddar burger. Look at this. I could always do an early morning slow cooker. You are right. Right? There is ways around. There is ways around it. I'm loving the food recommendations in the chat. I'm not going to lie. You guys are making me a little hungry. I had a sick egg platter for breakfast from my favorite deli, local deli. Now, your boy's waiting for some moves. What is the next move to break? Not going to lie to you guys. It's so nice out. It's like 60 degrees and sunny, and I kind of feel bad being inside. Should I bring this live stream outdoors? Is that possible? Like, I would love to be outside right now. I wonder if that's possible. Bring you guys outside. Probably not. Go get some Le Sauce. I do have sauce. Uh-oh. Joe Cat. I feel like no one wants to come here, obviously so. I think the players watched the same sinking ship we watched last year. I don't know. I hope you're wrong, but I see where you're coming from. All right, we got the contract for Leki Fotu. It's a $2.5 million base with an upside of $4 million. So, pretty much what I expected. That's pretty cheap. Very cheap deal. This is the contract for Leki Fotu, baby. Only a $2.5 million base. Here is the contract for Leki. Welcome to the Jets, Leki. Oh, yeah, Leki. Come on, Rogue. We need defensive tackle. How many times do I got to let you guys know? Al Woods, free agent. Quentin Jefferson, free agent. Solomon Thomas, free agent. Those are 3 defensive tackles that are free agents for the New York Jets, which are not returning. What does that mean? Oh, that means there's 3 holes. 3 holes. How many holes? 3. 3 holes on the defensive tackles position. Okay? The Jets filled in 1 hole last night, Javon Kinlaw. They filled in the 2nd hole today, And now the third hole is hopefully bringing back Solomon Thomas. Can we stop pretending for a second that we don't need to fill in holes on the team, even at positions that are a strength? Do you guys want our defensive line to regress? Do you want it to get worse? Like, we need to bring in people. And Rogue, thank you so much for bringing it up. It wasn't really at you. It was just more the narrative of people saying, why are the Jets doing what they're doing? So thank you, Rogue Nugget. You're my guy. No, always know that, Rogue Nugget. You're my guy. That wasn't an attack at you. That was at the Jets fans that don't understand why we're getting defensive tackles. Because we have 3 holes to fill. 2 of the 3 holes have been filled. Hopefully the third hole will be Solomon Thomas returning. That's the goal, right? Appreciate you, Rogue, for tuning in, my friend. Hope you're doing well. The Jets are shopping at Tri-County right now. There we go. Try. Joey R with the great breakdown. Leki Fotu stats, 6'5", 334 pounds, started 21 games last 4 years with Arizona, and had 3.5 sacks, 12 TFLs, 42 solo tackles, 4 quarterback hits, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 3 pass deflections. He's basically a run stuffer, exactly what we need. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. There we go, Joey. That's the vibes, baby. That's the vibe. This is why when you're well-informed like Joey, you are very impressive. You're very impressive, Joey. Good stuff. This is great stuff, Joey. Great stuff. LaSalle with the $5. Appreciate you, bro. You should try to get on a stream with Sauce. He's doing the Twitch thing for a while. Hey, bro, I've been trying to get Sauce on here for a minute. I wish it was that easy. Sauce, if you're watching, love to get you in. He did actually just be featured on the Pivot podcast, and everyone's raving about it. I definitely got to watch that. Thank you for the super chat, LaSalle. Richie, one bold prediction that no one is thinking about in free agency. Devontae Adams trade. That's my bold prediction. That is my bold prediction. We got people in the chat. How do we do call-ins? I put the link in before. I gotta re-put the link in. I gotta re-put the link in for my boy. What non-Jets are you shocked about so far? What non-Jets move am I shocked about so far? Good question. Great question. I mean, I'm not shocked, but I feel like Derrick Henry going to the Ravens is a big move. I don't know. It's a tough question to ask. There's so many moves. I love how Deion Dawkins is being a dog. Yeah, Robert Hunt is a shocking one. That contract was crazy. What do you think about the Tyrod Taylor acquisition? I love it. We got our backup quarterback, finally. Probably the best backup we've had in years. I mean, you can argue he would have helped this Jets team go to the playoffs last year if he was on the Jets. What safety would you like the Jets to sign? I would like Jordan Poyer, Justin Simmons, just to name a few. Oh, boy. We're almost on 2-hour mark of the show. Oh, man. I'm waiting for more breaking news. 49ers and special teams ace George Odom has agreed to a 2-year extension. That's another thing we got to keep in mind. What about Justin Hardy, bro? Justin Hardy's got to come back. Justin Hardy is a free agent. Yeah, I'm waiting for some news to break. And I'm getting a little impatient. Hey, remember last year when we were waiting for Aaron Rodgers, how the Rodgers watch? You guys remember that? Oof, that was a lot. That was a lot to go through. Ugh. And it actually happened. The Jets are at the Oregon Pro Day. Are they looking at Bo Nix? The Jets are at Bo Nix's Pro Day and are looking at Mr. Bo Nix himself. They're also there for Troy Franklin and defensive lineman Brandon Dorless and cornerback Kyrie Jackson. So definitely interesting. The Jets have 5 reps at the Oregon Pro Day. Bo Nix? Not happening. Is it? Not happening. Is it? Is it good? It's going to happen, though. I don't know. I got to put the link back in. That's interesting that the Jets have a lot of people at the Oregon Pro Day. I don't see the Jets getting Bo Nix. I know that's Baldy's guy. Boy, oh boy, do we have some fun stuff to talk about. Let's go, baby. Boy, oh boy. Guys, would you want the New York Jets to go after Bo Nix? Why or why not? Calvin Ridley to the Pats? Calvin Ridley is either going to the Pats or back to Jacksonville. Can you imagine that? I don't think there's an update yet on that. But that's the latest that we saw, at least. Man, I got to watch that Sauce clip because everyone keeps raving about it, and I'm live, so I can't talk about it. But it's all good. We got some callers. Let's take some callers, baby. Let's take some callers. We want to hear from Jets Nation, baby. Let's get it ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. Mr. Connor, welcome.
Hey,
back.
Richie, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Connor. How are you doing?
Doing well.
You're grinding over there.
Yeah, I mean, I did a stream with Matt O'Leary. I hit my top viewers live. I had 850 at a point last night.
You hit how many?
850.
Oh my gosh. 850.
Mhm.
That's more than me, Connor.
You know, I'm happy free agency is here no matter what the moves they make. I hope they do something good, but I mean, I'm just happy for the content now that free agency is open because I feel like last few weeks there wasn't really much to talk about that people were really interested in because it was all just like speculation. Now that free agency is like actually open, a lot more to talk about, and I'm waiting for that Tyron Smith report or that T. Higgins trade report or
Is that who
something
you
like
want?
that.
T. Higgins? You want
Yeah.
Tyron Smith? Those are the 2 guys that you
Yeah.
really want?
I also like Justin Simmons for safety.
What's your thoughts of the moves the Jets have made thus far with Tyrod Taylor and the other guys?
So, this Fotu guy, I'm not a fan of. I mean, I guess but here's the thing: he's not gonna play if you really think about it. This defensive line, especially if we bring back like Quinn and Jefferson and Solomon, it's not gonna happen. I mean, maybe he has a good preseason and he could play 15% of the snaps on the year, but Kinlaw, great signing. Love the guy. 26 years old, 319 pounds, 6'5". Love him. The Simpson guy, I still think we need to bring Zeitler in. I think Zeitler's a necessity for this team, and I think he's one of the top guys we need to look for. And then the Taylor signing, I think, was an incredible signing. So he's probably he was my third best backup quarterback out on the market. I had Brissett 1, Minshew 2, and him 3. And then Brissett, there's a chance that he starts in New England. He's gonna be like a bridge guy. And then Minshew is gonna start with the Raiders most likely, unless Aiden O'Connell can somehow beat him out. But I just, like I said, waiting for that big name.
Well, there's people in the chat that would want to get a petition for you to be the new general manager for the New York Jets. How would you feel if the Jets reached out and said, Connor, you're going to be working under Joe Douglas to be the new GM potentially for the Jets? You taking that role or what?
I'd say I would not sleep, and I wouldn't wait. I would not sleep like
Joe Douglas
did.
slept yesterday?
Yes, and I would make my moves when Jets fans are actually awake.
Oh my gosh, you're telling me I was getting ready for bed last night, Connor. I'm like, all right, we'll wake up tomorrow morning early, and then boom, John Simpson. Okay, I gotta make a video. Oh wait, while I'm making the live stream, there's more breaking news. We got Javon Kinlaw. Oh, okay, now I'm live, and then more Tyrod. It's like they did that to us. Joe Douglas made us be up all night last night, but hey, at least he finally made some moves. Zachary with a super chat. What is your dream scenario for free agency? Zachary, thank you so much for the $2. I'll let you answer this one, Connor. You mentioned you want T. Higgins, you want Tyron Smith. Is that your dream scenario for free agency?
So my dream scenario, we already tackled part 1, which was bringing in a solidified backup, which is Tyrod. We did that. Next up, I'm trading for T. Higgins. He's going to play on that tag, get him for 1 year, rent him out kind of. Probably not bring him back next year, but depends on how he plays. And let's say he's a great year, maybe bring him back, but I'm focused on this year. And then I'm signing Justin Simmons, 2 years, $22 million. I'm signing Kevin Zeitler to a 2-year, probably cheaper deal. I'm signing Tyron Smith to little less than he's valued on the market, but then put a couple million in incentives for games he plays. Because, I mean, Tyron Smith is so talented, but he hasn't played a game since 2014. Like, he hasn't played a game since 2014, and that's not a game. He hasn't played a full season since 2014, and that's a problem.
That is a problem. I think it's up between him and David Bakhtiari, and they both have the similar issues of the injuries. So we need to get a veteran at left tackle. But the issue is those two guys are injury prone. The Jets also have an option to get a tackle in the NFL draft. But the issue with I want the Jets to get a veteran at left tackle, target your right tackle at number 10, like a Tyrod or something like that. Would you be on board with that situation? Or do you want the Jets to get Zeitler and put AVT at tackle, or what's your offensive line?
I'm keeping Timmon at center. I mean, not Timmon, AVT at guard. And then Timmon at center. And then drafting Fuaga or Fashan. Someone was in my chat earlier and came up with an idea of possibly maybe like it was something with signing it was a whole plan of drafting maybe Romo Dunze or Brock Bowers at 10 and then moving AVT to tackle. I'm just gonna keep AVT where he's comfortable. His main position.
Yeah, I'd rather keep AVT exactly as comfortable as well. The Jets said multiple times they want him to get comfortable at the spot and keep him there, okay? And that's really what it comes down to. Now, other wide receivers out there on the free agency market you'd want the Jets to get. Like, how would you feel about OBJ? How would you feel about Tyler Boyd? It feels like Calvin Ridley is not happening. So what and I know not talk about T. Higgins because he's more of a trade target. So from a free agency standpoint, which wide receiver would you want the Jets to target?
Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton's probably my number 2 guy behind T. He's probably my number 2 guy behind T just because his contract, he's 2 years, $13.5 million. Solid contract. You can kind of bring him in, block him in with Rodgers. I know Ryan was first to call that when actually he was in your studio, I remember, for the round table.
Yeah.
And he was the first.
You remember that. Good memory.
Yeah, Courtland Sutton. But Courtland Sutton would have to come through trade. That would probably be a 3rd-round pick. During free agency, Ridley's probably the best option, but I don't see Ridley. Cortland, and Higgins are probably my top two. Devontae Adams, I think the chances are like this to even get him, but personally, I just don't see them giving up Adams. But I think he's gonna want to stay there with Pierce. He really wanted Pearson, and I thought the Jets were gonna get Mooney. I thought the Jets were gonna get Mooney, and then he got signed by the Falcons. Gabe Davis signed yet?
Yeah, he went to Jacksonville.
He went to. Oh, I did see that. That was yesterday. I remember. He was.
Mm-hmm.
Chances were slim, but the Jets had a chance of getting him. I don't know, man. Just hope for some
There's
news
somebody in the
today.
chat that has very, very negative energy. What did he say? Not gonna lie, boys, the season is over already. What? Come on. We got to keep the hope. We got to keep the optimism. Connor, are you losing hope already?
No, I mean, no, not yet. I mean, we're
Not yet. There we go.
fans have. We're almost we're 25 hours and 39 minutes into free agency. Settle down.
Look at that
settle
math.
down.
Look at that math. That's why we love you, Connor. You're an aspiring,
Thank
budding
you.
star, and we appreciate you. And I love seeing you call into all the different Jets content creators. I love
appreciate it.
watching your own show on your YouTube channel. I see you live all the time. So keep up the grind. Everybody go
Thank you.
subscribe to Mr. Connor. Why don't you plug your YouTube channel? Let the people know what you got cooking up for free agency this week.
NY Flight Jets Talk. I'm trying to be live almost every day, covering free agency. So thank you, Richie, for having me. Great rest of free agency.
Always a pleasure, Connor. Appreciate you, buddy. And let's go, Jets! Peace out,
Of
buddy.
course. See ya.
Yeah. All right, that's Connor, the legend. He's already better than Rich Cimini at his job. I'm just kidding. I love Rich Cimini, and that's not a knock on you, Rich. Just more praise towards Connor. How about that? Oh, man. Shout out to Connor. Isn't it awesome that we have someone that age doing what he loves and going after it? I mean, he kind of reminds me of me when I started, even though he's like 13 and I looked 13 when I started. I could definitely admit it. I looked like I was a young pup. You guys would probably laugh at me. I'm sure some of you guys probably have no idea what I looked like early on in my Jets content career, if you will call it that. Just ordered some lunch. But I am kind of curious, what did I look like back in the day? Go to a early video of Jets media. You guys will be shocked because it goes way back. King Jamie was saying that earlier. I saw you in the chat say that. We're scrolling way back into the Jets media lore. Look at this. Jamal Adams has requested a trade 3 years ago. Look at all these videos, bro. Oh, the player profile series. Who remembers the player profile series, bro? Will the Jets extend Jamal Adams? Answer is no. The position breakdown. Should I bring this back this year? That was a great series. Hey, look, this is the first collab I've ever did. Me and Matt O'Leary. First collab. Oh my gosh, look at all this. Look at my mock draft. I had the Jets get Jerry Jeudy that year. This is crazy. This is where it all started. My first video was actually hype edits. And then, I'm scared to click on this, bro. We're going to do it. Oh my gosh. Who is this guy? That's me in my college dorm. Oh, that's so crazy. Oh, wow. Brought me all the way back to the top. Le'Veon Bell. Yeah, so you guys haven't missed any breaking news other than Leki Fotu is the latest. Let's go to like the rookie draft, the rookie profiles. Dude, I used to grind. What happened? I'm just kidding. Oh my God, the AVT live reaction was great. Let's go to free agency 3 years ago. This is when the Jets were going after a new quarterback potentially. The Jets signed Carl Lawson. The Jets signed Sheldon Rankins. Look at that. Look at your boy. For the people. Jets signing Sheldon Rankins. That's the same exact spot that you see right now that I'm in. Killing it, though. So, but now we evolved. We've evolved. We're nuts. Richie, now you grind for 100 different channels. Yeah, that's true. I've expanded into other channels. All of these. Shout out to Knicks Media. Let's go. Shout out to Roundtable Sports, baby. Grinding. Guys, make sure you check out tonight's Roundtable Sports shows. We got the AFC South Roundtable coming back tonight, which is exciting. AFC South Roundtable, produced by your boy Richie. We also got the NFC West Roundtable, I believe, tonight, produced by your boy. A lot of fun things. A lot of fun things. A lot of fun things happen. So many Roundtable Sports shows. That's the future, baby. That's the future. Roundtable Sports. That's what I've been grinding on the most. That's what I've been putting my all into. That's what I've been trying to figure out. All righty. Is there any news that I'm missing? Any news? Come on, Jets. I love how right when I end the show, it's probably going to be like, yeah, that's when the Jets make a move. Just so you guys know, I'm going to be live on BetUS later today at 3 p.m. EST. Definitely don't forget to check me out over on the Huddle today. Appreciate you all. Also, don't forget to check out BetUS Sportsbook, as they have been the official sportsbook sponsor of the channel all season long and now into the offseason. If you guys want to receive a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, don't forget to check them out in the link down below in the description. We went over the odds on there, and I'm putting my money on. I mean, the odds are too hard to pass up on the awards. I mean, for Breece Hall at plus 3,300, it's hard not to be interested in that bet. I'll show you guys it again. Breece Hall is at plus 3,300 to win Offensive Player of the Year. They don't have Aaron Rodgers' odds for Comeback Player of the Year. I'm really curious to get those odds. But Breece at plus 3,300 to win Offensive Player of the Year, I really, really like. Now, obviously, he needs to have a ridiculous season to win that award. But at plus 3,300, the sky's the limit for Breece, bro. $25 wins you $825, courtesy of BetUS Sportsbook. Definitely consider to click that link in the description, folks, and sign up using the code JOIN125, and you will get free money on behalf of your boy here at Jets Media. Shout out to BetUS for being the official sportsbook sponsor of Jets Media. Please bet responsibly.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, live betting, and casino. To celebrate 30 years in business, we have the best bonuses in the industry. Get a 125% sign-up bonus and up to 30 risk-free bets. So what are you waiting for? Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Where the game begins. Shout out BetUS. Did you see Sauce was on the pivot? I did not. I mean, I see it, but I haven't watched the clip yet because I see every Jets fan talking about it, and I've been live since it dropped, so I haven't been able to watch it. I have not been able to watch it. Let's go. I'll watch the clip when I'm done with this show for sure. Come on, Vessel. You're too negative for me, brother. Where's that optimism? Have a great afternoon, brother. See you at the BetUS show. Tell your folks I said hello and hope all is well. Give Jack a high five for me and take care. King Jamie, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, my man. I will do just that. I will do just that. I'll see you on the huddle. If you guys don't know, the huddle will be live at 3 p.m. with me, Dan, Mitchell, and TD Fins Talk, baby. Definitely go over and check it out. Look at that commercial they made for us. They made us a commercial? They made us a little ad. That's so cool. Your boy made it. I made it, boys and girls, like, because of you guys. I made it. Let's go. If you guys want to check out the huddle, that's going to be like 3 p.m. Definitely go check it out. I'll put the link in the chat so you guys know exactly where it is. But, I mean, at this point, if you're not watching the huddle by now, you're just a Richie hater. Because if you're a supporter of Richie, you'd come watch. This is going to be live at 3 p.m. In 70 minutes. So this is where you can expect me. And check out this little commercial. Look at that. So cool. Pretty sure they say my name.
On the BetUS TV YouTube, The Huddle Show. Daily football
The Huddle
news,
Show.
rumors, and prediction analysis featuring Dan Mitchell, TD Fins, and Richie. Laugh every weekday at 3 p.m. Eastern on the BetUS TV YouTube channel.
Let's go, baby. Check that out. That's going to be live in an hour and 10 minutes, baby. I should probably get some rest. Not rest, but like take a break before that show. But I don't want to miss the Jets potentially making a splash move while I'm gone. You came a long way, bro. Hope you realize. I appreciate that, man. We just went into the archives of my videos earlier, bro. I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something, though. Something was working. I think, at least. We shall see. I appreciate you, man. I have come a long way, and it's because of you guys, all the support. All the support from you guys makes this all possible. Do you guys realize that? My fave YouTuber, what's popping? What's popping, bro? I appreciate you. I do not want Odell to be our big splash. Uh-oh. People don't want Odell. People don't want Odell. Do you guys want Odell? Come on now. Let's go. OBJ, you guys are down or no? Let me know. Seems like nobody's down. What are you doing for the draft this year? Henny, I was trying to get the boys, TD and Dan, to do an event. I was trying, bro. I was trying to get us to go to Vegas. I was trying to get us to go to Detroit, where the draft is. But they're like, nah. I'm like, come on. I want to do something different this year. I don't want to just like be live and be like, whoa, the Jets draft. I want to do something different. But my business partners were like, no, we got to save our money. Okay, maybe I'm the young one that's a little like, yeah, let's go there, let's go here, let's have fun there, and maybe they're more responsible. But I'm trying to have fun. But they're like, nah. So as of right now, Hennessy, there's no major draft plans other than going live for it. There you go. Is T. Higgins still possible? Yes. Is Sutton available? Not sure. Don't sleep on Devontae Adams as well. Don't sleep on that as a possibility. Let's go. All right, so there's no buzz right now. How about that Saquon Barkley and Tiki Barber beef? I thought that was really interesting. Didn't we shut Didn't they shut down Devontae trade rumors? Yes, but does not mean it's officially ruled out yet, Henny. Still unlikely. I'm not banking on it, but I'm not ruling it out just yet. Because I know that the Jets are relentless and they want Devontae Adams so bad. That's what I know. But will the Raiders be willing to give up on him? That's the big question. You feel me? So the Jets would have to probably blow away the Raiders with an offer. Trying to have too much fun when you own a business. Well, Zach, I'm not going to Vegas for fun. I'm going there for a business trip to go live from Vegas or go to Detroit and be live at the draft. It's for business. I'm not trying to have fun. Well, yeah, of course, trying to have fun, but like, it's a business trip. We go there. We do content together. My thing, Zachary, that I wanted to pull off was I wanted to be with Dan and TD in person to react to the draft. I didn't want to be virtual. That was my point. I don't want to be virtual and be with Dan and TD virtually. I wanted to be in person. When we were in Miami a few weeks ago and we were able to do our show in person, it was such a fun dynamic to be in person. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So basically, Henny, I don't know if you saw, but the news on Calvin Ridley is it's between the Patriots and him going back to Jacksonville. That's what it's between. It's between him going to the Patriots or back to Jacksonville. Just got here. Busy day at work. Do you have an opinion on the new defensive tackle? Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that's replacing Al Woods. This is a run stuffer. He's going to be defensive lineman number 9 or something like that. That's all I got. We already broke it down enough. Well, folks, the huddle is going to be live at 3 p.m. in an hour. I'm going to end this show here because I want to have a little break, eat some lunch, maybe go outside. It's really, really nice out. Get some sun rays on the body. Maybe a little meditation to kind of bring myself present a little bit. So we appreciate you guys big time. Thank you all so much for the support. Don't forget, I'll be live at 3 p.m. on the huddle on BetUS TV. We're going to be breaking down everything across the NFL landscape of free agency. So I will see you guys then at 3 p.m. EST. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I love you all. I'll see you in an hour on the huddle. Be there or be square. Yesterday's show was a big show on the huddle. We want the show to get even crazier today. Maybe there's breaking news on the huddle. From 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., we'll be live on BetUS TV. I already linked it in the chat for you guys. So definitely go over there. If you missed the link, I'll put it there one more time. I'll put the link one more time in case you don't know where it is. This is where it'll be live. The Huddle, which is a live show that's every single day. Well, not every day. I take that back. From 3 o'clock to 4. So definitely go over here, guys. I'm live here in an hour. Let them know that I sent you. Let's go. Oh. I'll see you guys there, live on the huddle at 3 o'clock, and then maybe afterwards I'll be live again. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you all. Hit that like button on your way out, and I'll see you guys at 3.